To talk to you guys about don't waste time. Mm. We have a limited amount of time here on this planet, on this earth, in this world. We have a limited time. And while we're here, what are we doing with our time? Are you utilizing your time wisely? Are you spending that time wisely? Are you wasting it? I was on a call today and it hit me that when someone is unable to do something, you don't get mad. You just leave it alone. Because as much as I'm an inspirational, motivational speaker, one thing I know I am unable to do, I cannot motivate a person that doesn't want to be motivated. I cannot inspire a person that doesn't want to be inspired. I can't lift that person up to do a thing that they say they want to do, but then they really don't want to do it. See, we can only garner ourselves. And when we speak to those people that are like minded, that will do what they say they're going to do. If I want to do something, then I'm going to go for it. If you're going to do something, you're going for it. But if you're talking to someone that says they want to do something, but they really don't, they're just wasting time. And time is a commodity we don't have to waste. As we get older and older and older, we get closer and closer to what? To leaving this planet. We don't have time to waste. We don't have time to sit back and sit in the shadows and just be a factor of nothing. Feeling, acting, what? What are we doing? You don't want to do something and it's okay. But we all have a call and we all have something that we need to do. For those of us that want to do that, we need to be out doing our thing. We need to be out speaking. We need to be out motivating. We need to be out doing the thing that we have been called to do. You can't sit back wasting your time and time of others if you're not serious about what you want to do. Be focused on what you want to do and go for it. When you have people in your life, and that goes for anyone, friends, family, frenemies, if they are not propelling you to a next level and you can't bring them alongside with you because they're not in your same lane, then leave them and do what it is you need to do. That is where we live. That is where we breathe. That is who we are. You are not to be wasting your time on people that just don't wanna. And I'm talking about if you don't want to do something, that's okay. That's totally fine. But we do have still a job to do. I've never been one to sit back and wonder how something's gonna turn out. I'd rather take a risk on me. I'd rather figure out what I'm able to do or what I can't do by figuring out and betting on me. Wondering, Tanika, can you do it? T Drake, can you do it? Yes, I can. How are you gonna do it? I don't know and I don't really care. I just know I have to do this for me. Why do you want to do it for you? Because it means something to me. It's important to me. I have to rise up inside myself and go for what I want, go for what I want out of this world, go for what I want in my life, for my goals, my dreams, my vision, things that God has placed in my life on me. So for those of you that are sitting out there and you're thinking, well, I don't know, is what I want to do. There's something that you have that's been placed inside of you. You need to run to it. But there is a word and a couple of words that I will use that I can't motivate those people. I can't motivate a person who is nonchalant. I don't motivate those. And then I'm not able to motivate lackadaisical people. I'm unable to do that. And I'll admit it. There's another group that's with the lackadaisical, and that's the lazy. I don't know how to motivate that group. I'm not the motivational, inspirational speaker, podcaster. I'm not the person for those people. There's probably somebody else for them, but that's not me. I am with the ones that want to do, that are striving to do, pushing to move, not just wondering when, but they're praying until they see something happen. They're pushing through. We have to push through. Do we yet walk by faith, or are we truly walking by sight? Some of us only walk by what we see, and that's how we move, and that's all that we do. Well, if I see this, I can do that. Well, what about the things that you can't see? What about what's in your mind's eye that you want to go for? What about that? Can you see that? No, I can't see that because I don't know how that's gonna happen. Oh, well, should I encourage you? No, I don't need you to encourage me. Oh, so what would you like to do? Nothing. Okay, I understand. And I gently take several seats and I move over to the right or the left. Don't waste time. This is not the era to do that. And we don't have time to pull on other people's baggage and try and pull them around. It's hard enough lifting up ourselves. As I've learned with Les Brown and John Tallarico, it's hard enough trying to get yourself your mindset right. And you're trying to change other people to make them become who you're working to become. It shall not happen. It shall not happen. So, like I've said before, we all have gifts, talents, and abilities, but you've got to be willing to do the work. There's going to be work required. You're going to have to do something. Somebody's wondering, well, what do I have to do? I don't know. What is it that you want to do? What is it you're supposed to be doing? Where is your focus? What is your intention? If you don't have an intention, what are you going for? Why are you here? What has God made for you to do? What is your purpose? What is your call? What do you want to do? I'm just trying to figure it out. What is it? Some of us don't know, and that's why we're stuck, because you don't have a gauge. Your life's compass is all over the place. Anything you see, it's the brand shiny new object syndrome, it's the this, it's the that. You're going all over the place instead of staying narrow, focused on what it is you want. If you don't have a goal, you're wasting your life and you're wasting your time. Newsflash: every day you sit and don't do something, you're wasting a day. So here's today. Today's Friday, right? Are you wasting today? Are you productively doing something for today? Maybe, maybe not, depending on who you are. If you're one of those people that grind and hustle, you're doing your thing. So I'm not talking to you. But the other ones that I'm talking to, you're not doing anything today. So what are you doing? Are you hungry for your goal? Are you hungry for your dream? Yes? No? Maybe? Then maybe that's the problem. You're not hungry enough for anything. You're just letting life pass you by day in, day out. I was I was thinking I was gonna get upset, frustrated, angry, but why? But why? No need for that. No need for that. What I do know and what I have realized is that when it's time to let a person go, let them go. That is with relationships, friendships, and any other ship that comes by. Let them go. You don't have the time to waste. You don't have the time to play games. And you don't have the time to sit around wondering if something is real or not. I'm just here to share another message about that. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your time. Don't waste other people's time, because people's time is valuable. You waste time, this air that God's given us, when you breathe it out, I've wasted my time talking. Hmm? So I'm not mad about anything. I'm happy and excited because you know what? I know what I've been called to do. And I've been called to a certain group of people. And I know they're watching and I know they're out there because they got that fire. You understand? They got that fire inside them. They're tenacious. They're strong. They're motivated. They are powerful powerhouses. And I am amongst the greats because they're out there. There are a whole bunch of them. And I am blessed and happy to know them. I may not know all of them, but I know the group of them that there are, and there's a lot of them. You have to know that when you're soaring with eagles, you don't have time to play with turkeys. We just don't have the time. I wish I could play with all the turkeys. I wish I could, but I only do that during Thanksgiving, and I don't really play with that. Eat it. So why are we wasting our time? Hmm? You and I have a job to do. We have to go out there and be great. So believe in yourself to go for that dream, to go for what is yours. Like Les Brown says, in this world, we don't have the luxury to wonder why we're here. Every day you sit back doing nothing. What do you want to do? What are you thinking about doing? And of course, the house phone rings, but I still want to let you guys know that it's still it's still left up to you as to what you want to do. It's still left up to you as to what you want to do in your life. What vision do you have for your life? What plan and goal do you want to do for other people? How are you going to serve? Who do you want to serve? So as I sit back today and I think and I just think over things, I remember this. There was a price that was paid for my life and the sins of this world by the Lord Jesus Christ. And I don't want to waste the time and the breath and the life that He has given me and do nothing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be just a lump of a human just sitting around, just, here comes another day. Here comes another day and do nothing. I don't want to do that. And I shall hope that you don't want to do that either. So remember to be that light, always be that light, living intentionally so that you can ignite and grow and be hungry enough and tenacious enough to move forward in whatever it is you want to do. Remember to be that light. You must shine so bright that people run and want to know about what it is about you that's so special. What is it? And then you can tell them. But it shall not happen when you're hiding in the corners and the crevices and the cracks of this life that nobody sees you, knows you, hears of you, and you're hiding and you don't want to do anything. That's okay. That's okay. Some people are not made for this. Not everybody is made for the road where certain people travel. We're not all made for the same road. But what I will say is for those of you that want more for your life and want more out of life, do what God has called you to do and don't sit around waiting for the perfect time. Don't waste your time and don't give your precious time away to those that are not going to go in the same direction you are. Allow yourself to move and do whatever it is you need to do with or without those people that you're calling on. I'm doing a lot of stuff, and this is still the year of risk for me. And I'm taking them. I'm taking them left, right, front, and center. I'm taking those risks. If I fall flat down on my face, that's all right. I'll get back up, dust myself off, and go again. But this is what life is about. We only got one go around, and that's it. So why not make it the best go around you possibly can? Right? How about that? So if you've been thinking that this is your time to shine, that this is your time to move, then it is. So go out there and do whatever it is that's been laid on your heart. Go out there and start whatever it is. Don't stop. Don't let somebody tell you you can't, because that is none of your business. Don't ask them how you're going to do it. Don't let them ask you that. And don't ask yourself, well, how am I going to get this done? How shall I do this? How and how and how and how? Well, the how that I've learned is none of my business. The how's none of yours. You just move and grow and do as you're to do and stay doing that. And don't worry about the how. The people, the resources, and all of that will find you when it's time. And when it's time, they will appear. But you got to be moving. You have got to be walking in faith and not by sight, not by what your eyes can see, but what your mind's eye can see. And what is that? Something that's big and massive, a goal that you want, a dream and vision for your life. You have to run for that. Run, never underestimating your worth in all of this, because somebody's waiting on you. Every time you don't speak out and speak up, somebody is losing something. And it would be very sad to know you didn't speak and someone lost their life and you could have saved it by just sharing a word. There are people on the verge of taking their lives right now that I can't reach, but you could. And you're sitting down, not saying anything. You're not speaking. Why not? We're going to have to start calling ourselves out to the carpet and saying, you know what? It's time for me to stand up and do what I need to do. Whether I come looking great or come looking crazy, I need to come and I need to get my message out there. As soon as you open your mouth, let people know you got something to share. I've been through some things and I know what it is to be thankful and grateful to the Lord for Him bringing me out of some situations that I wonder how I'm here today. Being in psychiatric wards, oh, been there. Got the t shirt for it. Now I just need to make a mug. These are things that only the Lord could get me out of. These are only things that He could do. And I tell you what, the things that I've gone through, I am so grateful that the Lord intervened, because there's no way that I, in my own strength and capacity, could have ever done any of it. So as I sit here today, I just want you to remember that you were fearfully and wonderfully made. You are of a royal priesthood. And when you realize that and you understand that in totality, in the greatness of who you really are, you're a co heir with Christ. How dare you sit back and say, well, I'm afraid that this person won't like me, so I'm not going to speak. Who, who, who cares? If they don't like what you're saying, they can tune you off. If they don't like your message, they don't have to listen. We all have the prerogative not to listen to people we don't like. So if they don't like you, they don't have to listen, but you still get your message out there. That doesn't give you the excuse to not say anything. Well, they won't like how I dress. Okay. They won't like my accent. They won't like my teeth. They won't like my eyes. They won't like my hair. They won't like what they see. They won't like, look, there's a lot of people that ain't gonna like you, period. They won't like a lot of things about you, won't like your whole self. And what? Hmm? Be your authentic self. Be you all the way, whatever that means for you, however that looks, I don't know. But I do know this: you have been called to do something amazing and great. And why do you sit around waiting for the time to get busy and get started now? Are we waiting for what? There's not going to be a fanfare that's going to come out and say, on your mark, get set, now it's time. That shall not happen. You've got to do that. You've got to take life by the horns and say, you know what? I am going to do this. I'm going to make it happen. The good Lord and me, we're going to do this. That's it. And just go. I was stuck for a long time in a bad mindset until I found out I wasn't stuck. I knew what I needed to do and I wasn't doing it. I knew what I needed to say and I wasn't saying it. Then that was just me being stubborn. Ugh. Why are you doing that? Why are you allowing yourself to stop yourself? The only person that was stopping me was me. The only person in my way was myself. So when you realize it's you that's in charge of you, it's you stopping you, it's nobody else, it's not the external stuff, it's not anybody else, it's your internal, and it's you stopping you from doing and becoming the best version of yourself. That's all it is. And when I say that's all it is, that's a big all it is because we have our old self that we have to fight every single day. You have to fight yourself every single day in the mirror every day, fighting that person. Like, you're not going to keep me down today. And you don't let them. So, as I share with you guys, I just had to get on here and let that out. Just remember this, that whatever you're doing, you do it as you know to do. Be your authentic self. And remember also, you're not able to help someone who doesn't want your help. If they're not going to do something, you can't force them. If they want to be lazy or lackadaisical or nonchalant or have an apathetic view towards life, then leave them in those type of mindsets and mind frames. You can't transform that. That takes them doing some work on their part before they can go to another level. That you can't work that out. So I'm just happy to be here with you guys and share a little bit of a message because there's been times when I've wondered, what am I doing? And why is myself being so angry? I was getting frustrated with myself. Why? Because myself knew I wasn't doing what I was called to do. I'm sitting here doing nothing. Sitting here not putting my creative mind to work, not putting my creative thoughts together, not crafting and doing what I know to do and not doing that. That was all me. And I take responsibility for that. So I want you to do the same. Wherever you're at right now, let's get rid of that and start afresh today. Start anew today. Just do you today and let nobody anywhere say different. Regardless of the degrees that you have or don't, you still have a message. And you get out there and you do what the other people were not going to do. The ones that don't want to, you will. Because there's not a lot of us doing this. We might think there's a huge, big group of people doing this, but there's not. There's a whole bunch more negative. Trust and believe that. So on today, get out there and do you. Be yourself. Believe in yourself at the same time and know you got this and God's got you 100%. So whatever it is, whatever risk, whatever thing you want to do, go out there and do that. Be great today. And remember what I always say, a big kiss from me to you. I love you, but God loves you immensely way more. And remember to be blessed, motivated, and always inspired to do what God lays on your heart. You guys have an amazing, wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend. And remember, check out the podcast, God's Gift to His Word. I still owe you guys a Thursday, and today's Friday. But I thank you guys for being here. Remember to be yourself. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And nobody does an amazing you like you.